Good morning, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to S.I.N. My name is John, and today I have for you a big box good. That's right, today we're going to be looking at the Apple Watch Series 3 LTE 1 year later. This is a great watch to buy at Best Buy open box. It's on sale most of the time. People are buying them and returning them. And let me tell you, for this watch being only a year old, it has the S2 chip in it, I believe, or maybe the S3. It is a fantastic little device and it's held up incredibly well. I've taken it in the water, I've exercised with it, I've just worn it around, and it has been nothing but a great little device, great little watch. But it is different from your standard watches, and we're going to talk about that now. So first thing is first, as you'll notice about this watch is that I have the Apple Watch Sport Loop 42 millimeters. Now, what's really awesome about the Apple Watch Series 4 and Series 3 is that even though the Apple Watch Series 4 is a 44 millimeter case size, all bands 42 millimeters and below will work on the 44 millimeters and the 42 millimeters. So this is the 44 millimeter. This band was made for the 44 millimeter watch strap, or for the watch case, but this 44 millimeter band fits as if it was built for the 42 millimeter watch case, which is what the Series 3 with LTE is. It is the 42 millimeters. So you get all of the new watch bands that came out with the Series 4, and you get to use all of your old watch bands on the Series 3 with the Series 4 if you decide to upgrade. So that really extends the look and feel of this device one extra year, which is really awesome because it does look a bit outdated compared to the Series 4. The Series 4 utilizes its entire 44 millimeter screen size, and it utilizes some other cool functions like a built-in EKG reader, which is really cool for tracking heart irregularities. This device does not have that, unfortunately, but we're going to look at some of the things that this watch does have, and that makes it still the great watch that it is a year later. So what tells the difference between a Series 3 LTE model and a non-LTE model? It is this red dot. Now, this red dot on the digital crown goes back not to the Series 3 LTE model. It goes actually all the way back to the Series 1 Gold Edition, Apple Watch Edition model. The Apple Watch Edition was the gold model, then was the stainless steel, then you had the Apple Watch Sport, which was the aluminum model. But if you remember back to the gold, the Apple Watch Series Edition in gold, some of the models did have, some examples did have a red dot on the digital crown. So for those of you who say, oh, you know, I don't like the red crown or the red dot that Apple introduced with the Series 3, well, it goes back further than that. And to me, it is a very elegant touch. The fact that they brought that over from the Apple Watch Edition from the Series 1 generation to the Series 3 LTE model is super welcome, and I think you should appreciate that too. So you have the red dot digital crown. You have the button on the side to activate Siri here. So Apple Pay. So 2 clicks to activate Apple Pay, and as you see, my credit cards come right up. And on the back, what also differentiates the Series 3 from the Sport, the Series 3 Sport, is the ceramic back compared to the composite back. Now that is a huge upside if you're going in and buying one of these watches. Make sure your Best Buy has the Series 3 LTE open box, because you definitely want that ceramic back. Now, it is not a game changer by any means, but the ceramic back is much more premium looking and feeling than the composite back that the Series 3 Sport comes with. And let me tell you why. I think it is all around more comfortable on the wrist, and secondly, it gives it just a tad more value. if you look at some of the world's premier watches like Rolex and Omega and Audemars Piguet, which are some of the world's premier watches, wrist watches, they all utilize ceramic casings. Or not ceramic casings, Rolex watches are notorious for using ceramic bezels. They add a premium look and feel to the product that cannot be matched by something composite. So you get the composite back. This has LTE and GPS, so if you want to add LTE, the LTE functionality in the future, you can do that, which is really cool, which is why I think you should also go for the LTE model, which is why I went for the LTE model. So you get that. It's the 42 millimeters, and it's water resistant up to 50 meters. Now that isn't going to change from the Series 3 non-LTE, but it again adds to the value of the ceramic back and the overall, I would say, durability of this device. So you get, I modernized mine with this Apple Watch Sport Loop, which, like I said earlier, was designed for the 44 millimeter. Actually, this Apple Watch Sport Loop was out before the 44 millimeter, but this particular Sport Loop was designed for the 44 millimeter, and it works well with the 42 millimeter case. So you get that. Now, what really makes this watch really cool and really unique as not a basic quartz watch or say a high-end wristwatch like a minute repeater or a GMT or a Rolex Daytona chronograph, for example, is the fact that you get some other really cool complications that cannot be found on any high precision timepiece. So on this watch we have the solar phase, the solar system phase, the solar system functionality. Let me go ahead and unlock my watch here. And what's really cool is you can see the planets in rotation up to 365 days from now, up to 1 year from now and beyond. You can see where they will be in the solar system, which is really cool, which is not something you can find on any, and actually it goes past a year, it goes indefinitely, which is really quite amazing. So this is really a supercomputer on your wrist, not just a basic wristwatch. So another really cool watch face, which you can find on some other more expensive high-end watches, is this Lunar Face. But again, it has the added functionality of being able to travel forward in time and seeing where what type of moon you're going to be getting. So waning crescent, waxing crescent, etc. Another really cool watch face I like is the Chronograph Face. That's the world face. As you see, it's a little bit cumbersome getting back and forth between faces here, but that is the Chronograph Face. We have a stopwatch feature there, which is really cool. Now, to me, a wristwatch is a tool, and this watch is a great tool, except for the fact that I've been a little bit skeptical about taking it to the beach. I've seen some reviews online where people take their Apple Watch Series 3 to the beach and a piece of sand gets caught inside and the thing no longer works, let's just say that. So I'm a little bit skeptical about taking this to the beach, but I am not skeptical about wearing it out, using it in the water. So in the pool, I can run it under the water when I wash my hands. If I'm ever doing anything that is a little bit more demanding, I wash the watch afterwards in warm water with soap and it holds up fine, nothing happens. And what's really great about this device is that, like I said, you get the ceramic back and it has this cool feature that ejects the water, so when you do take it into the water, you don't have to worry about it. So let me talk about this case here. It is an aluminum case. All the Apple Watch, The basic Apple Watch comes with the aluminum case. You can upgrade to the stainless steel, or you can upgrade to the ceramic case, which is, I believe, $1,000 and above for the ceramic model. But let me tell you, this aluminum case is perfect. It is highly scratch resistant. I don't know how they achieve that, but it's highly scratch resistant. You can lay it down, you can throw it around, but it has held up great over the years, or over this past year. And I would even say that it is more durable than the stainless steel variant, which is probably more scratch resistant than this. So if you really want a watch that will look just as modern a year later. Now, it does depend on how you treat your watch, but I like to think that I use mine often enough and hard enough that there should be some sort of scratches on the device. Now, this does not have the the sapphire crystal glass. It has the Ion X glass, but it is still scratch resistant nonetheless. Apple puts a coating on the front of the watch that makes it scratch resistant. I'm sure it utilizes some form of Gorilla Glass, but basically think of the Ion X Z glass as basically what you're getting on your standard quartz wristwatch. So this watch holds up really well. It's stylish. You can give it a modern look and feel with the Apple Watch 44mm watch straps. It has LTE built in, so if you ever decide to want to use LTE and again modernize your watch, you can do that. So I suggest buying the LTE Series 3 open box from your local Best Buy. This watch has held up particularly well because of its aluminum case and its ceramic back, which makes it more durable. My name is John. This is the Apple Watch Series 3 LTE 1 year later. The Apple Watch Series 3 with LTE is a big box good. My name is John, and thank you so much for watching S.I.N.